The biggest question many of us still have, though, is when can we finally move about? As the weather gets warmer, you'll want to get out. The key, as state and federal officials say, is not how we test people, it's how many. 10 of your side's Brett Hall has more on what the governor had to say about this. Brett?
Tom, the governor announced today he's forming a work group on testing in order to coordinate the state's efforts in order to get testing where it needs to be once social distancing restrictions and requirements start to be changed. He says this is something that's going to have to continue into the summer and fall. Even as the Commonwealth of Virginia approaches a month of being under strict social distancing measures, Governor Ralph Northam says we still have not likely reached the peak of COVID-19 cases.
The one model that we have been following as far as the peak, it still predicts the latter part of this week. So while we're not looking forward to a peak or a surge, we hope that we're reaching that part during this pandemic.
Finally, also reaching a part where Northam believes testing can be expanded not just for those sick enough to be admitted to the hospital, but also for those who fight the virus at home. Up until this point, they had just been clinically diagnosed. This is also one area those a part of the governor's new testing workforce will focus on. They will also be on the hunt for critical supplies such as swabs and decreasing the turnaround time for tests at labs. Still, protests continue calling for the governor to reopen the economy now. To them, he says,
one team, one mission. And I am just as anxious as anybody else out there to ease these restrictions. And I, by the way, believe in our First Amendment rights. But I really don't need people protesting to encourage me to open up our economy any sooner than we can do safely and responsibly.
And the governor says he's tired of getting mixed messages from the White House, although he did have some praise today for the CDC. He says they will be coming into the state in teams to help, again, with that testing effort. That's the latest. Brett Hall, 10 on your side.